everybody, and welcome back to Beyond the Summer's coverage of the Kiev Major European Qualifier round number 3.
G'day.
Ninjas in Pyjamas going up against Prodota Game, and I'm Toby1. I'm joined by Gareth Carr.
Nah, mate, I'm the Wallaby wrestler.
Wallaby wrestler? Nah. We wrestle
You have
clock.
gone very Australian very quickly.
Yeah, I don't know
He
why I
spent
did that.
30 seconds talking to Odie outside, and he's suddenly... I think their accents have clashed. Odie's like gone very English, and Toby's tried to counter this with a very Australian. Then he walks into the studio and just...
It's truth.
I can barely understand you, actually.
Yeah, I can't understand myself sometimes. But yeah, let's get the game. Ninjas in Pyjamas versus Prodota Gaming. Because we're basically running through the games, I'm going to ask Gareth to bring up a reference screen. How are we actually looking for the groups? I'd have a wonderful overlay, but I'm sorry, I'm on a budget and I'm not allowed overlay systems.
He's not allowed to press buttons either.
So what have we got? Nip were able to get their game win against Alternate, it looks like.
Yeah, Prodota lost against Secret, Cloud9 beat 4 Protect 5, and we just watched Bean Boys lose to Alliance. Also some CIS games going on. Vega lost to Effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Effect have been looking very
I'm
good.
actually casting some CIS games later on this afternoon, I think.
Nice.
If I look at the... Wait, what was our schedule? We had a schedule for something here.
Reserve time.
Alright, is it just because I'm on BTS 1?
I think we're only doing EU.
That's right, we're only doing Europe, but I'm going to cast with CC&C later this afternoon by the looks of it.
Team pick.
So I'm doing the last What's the last European games on?
Alliance and Bears and Cloud9 Bears. You got a double header of Bears games.
I got double Bears.
Radiant team
Nice.
banned.
Fun times all round.
NIP.
Yeah, our first Centaur and our first Slaughter here on BTS 5.
To be perfectly blunt, when this team was announced, I didn't think they would do particularly
10
well.
seconds remaining.
You mean Ninjas in Pyjamas or Prodota?
Ninjas in Pajamas.
I
Trixie, Era,
would
Hannes, and
definitely
Qualifier.
agree with you.
I thought they had, they've got some good players. They've got a lot of talent and a lot of, a hell of a lot of experience between them.
Yep.
But I just didn't. I don't know, in the back of my head, I just didn't feel like they were going to gel as a team, but they've been slowly but steadily
You had Kai,
improving.
you had Hardy, who kind of disappeared, went off and did some fresh starter companies, like he did more management than anything else, like he was one of the potentially 322 people that were project managers have joined Dota.
Trixie was like off the map from Fnatic EU onwards.
Trixie
like,
disappeared. Trixie had a public mental breakdown on stream. Because he was just like, I could be a professional gamer.
Remaining.
These guys suck. I could have been there. I could have been a contender. He did that on stream for a while. So it was some dark times on the Trixie Twitch stream.
I think
so
that kind of coincided with
Team
Matuma Man
back.
leaving 4ASC, joining
Yes.
Funfyung's,
Yes.
and then the Finnish stack of Boogie, Matuma Man, Trixie,
Yes.
and the other lads kind of dissipated.
That was just around exactly the same time. So, yeah. Issues.
10 seconds
Some
remaining.
people have issues. But now
5 seconds remaining.
they seem to be sorting out their issues under the captaincy of Qualifier, Cinderin,
Reserve
nearly a
time.
mug in the team. While Prodota, Garda, Come With Me, Cheshire Cat, Mickle, Insania. Know a couple of fun names in that team.
Yeah.
Come With Me will always give you an entertaining game.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you can never forget his Earthshaker plays from back in the days.
Yeah.
But Garter,
He was so happy when the
Dire
Agnes had
team
the
back.
upgrade came out for Earthshaker the first time.
well, the jumpy one.
Yeah, then you realize it was totally crap.
Radiant team pick.
Garter's been around for a hell of a long time. I used to play with him on Garena back in whatever the hell, like 2004 or whatever, back in the European high-level room days.
Before memes existed.
Before memes existed. Well, no, memes did exist. The
10
like
seconds
one
remaining.
meme was do not join PGG's lobbies
Dire
because he would
team
feed First Blood and then leave. And back
Yeah,
then,
that was-
if you host a lobby, the game ends if you leave.
That wasn't even a meme. That was accurate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
that was more of
Pretty
a
freaking
PSA.
But he got to 7k, got to 8k MMR. Garter is like an incredible player, but he's
10
jumped
seconds
around,
remaining.
tier 3 European teams, just trying to find it. Very similar to
5
Slash Strike
seconds
from
remaining.
the team we watched earlier on today.
Yep.
Very skilled player, but hasn't found that solid rock to kind of
Reserve
leapfrog
time.
off into the echelons of tier 1 play. Cheshire Cat, we remember him from his PR Power Rangers days. The classic Nature's Prophet off lane, the Lone Druid spammer.
The best days ever. Belarus rules the ways. Hello. Well, what a
Radiant
surprise. Qualifier is
team
going to be
pick.
playing Invoker. And Trixie's going to be playing a Centaur. And Syndra's going to be playing a tanky yoga. So everything looks to be exactly the way it's meant to be right now. While Prodota with a very stable draft themselves, the Darkseid was banned out earlier,
10 seconds
but they
remaining.
still decided that Slaughter was their hero of choice in this
5
game.
seconds
I'm not
remaining.
against it either. Like, it's with the amplification, you got a lot better chance of getting through the Centaur as well as the Ogre.
Reserve
Makes
time.
Juggernaut's life a little bit easier. But I'm interested to see how they match up the mids now. Now that you see the Invoker.
Oh, that's the great thing about the third pick Invoker here from NOP. Obviously, Qualifier can play that; it's one of his best heroes. But also, Block picks it from PD, who have been loving the kind of early Wexort Invoker to win the lane, where you go the 0-1-1 for Alacrity, and then consider your options if you want to switch back into Wex or go for the full Exort, or if you want to go Wexort, which we've seen from a bunch of players, where you go like Meatball. Invoker has a much wider playstyle now, I feel, than he ever has, thanks to talents, but also thanks to the fact that Double Force Spirit got removed from his normal hero and moved into talents.
Ooh.
So you no longer have that at 404. But yeah, PD have been liking the kind of Sunstrike from the Slardar, the Rubik. You've got setup stuns galore there.
Dire team
Now with a Venge one roll potentially, switching Juggernaut in the mid up against the Invoker, should have a decent time with like a poor man's shield. Shouldn't get zoned out too heavily. Doesn't suffer massively from Ogre roaming in.
Are you actually staying with that? You wouldn't think you'd slip the Slaughter to a 3?
10
Because you can still get away with running
remaining.
Rubik. I know VS is becoming a lot more popular to run as a 1 position these days.
5
I
seconds
really like
remaining.
Vendors of one here. Being able to swap Invoker in or even just a Centaur in
Winter
and just destroy them.
Radiant team ban.
They're open with options, but I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, for me, I'm wondering if you want to prioritize the farm a little bit more on the Slaughter, because right now, swap could be initiated with your number 1, but
10 seconds
I mean, Slaughter can
remaining.
still be 3-roll with Venge 1, right?
yeah, and then just get like a secondary
5
support on
seconds
that,
remaining.
and then potentially you could actually run the Slaughter on the bot lane against the off lane Centaur with a +1 trying to
Reserve
harass him
time.
out there, because the VS plus whoever can be quite aggressive on the top. Anyway, final ban's out now, so Ninjas in Pyjamas, they're just looking for a 1 position, so Prodota will ban out whoever they feel is going to be best against their entire lineup that can carry into the late game. More than likely, Ninjas in Pyjamas, when they do a draft like this, need to have someone who's a little bit more active moving early on. It's just the way Qualifier likes to play. He needs space to be created around
10
that 7 to
seconds
15 minute
remaining.
mark, when the Invoker is like hitting that hand of Midas
Dire
timing,
team
and then
ban.
just needs the space to freely move into the jungle.
Oh dear. You know how I was saying that Nip haven't been doing very well? Yeah, they're 5 and 12. There's new Ninjas in Pyjamas anyway.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, from their last games, like, what's their...
5 seconds remaining.
What's it? Wait.
Okay,
Reserve time.
that looks to be incorrect.
No, they're just the wrong way around, I think.
Yeah. No.
Like, I don't think they won any of these. Yeah, look.
Well, it says they did it.
They lost to Vega, Liquid, Alliance, Adfinem, Alliance. Then Nip
Dire
won a
team
best of 1
pick.
against Comanche. And then they lost to Effect. Oh, they beat Alternate Attacks earlier today.
But remember, this is Syndarin.
He'll find a way. He'll find a way to win, right?
The king of qualifying for
That's
Valve
true.
event.
That's true.
10
No matter
seconds
what
remaining.
happens, you can never count him out. Even if you're
They
in...
go 0-12 in
seconds
group stage, and
remaining.
somehow he'll find a way.
Well, they can't do that, because only 4 teams get through from the group stage.
Reserve
But,
time.
yeah.
He'll find a way, Toby.
They will be the 4th team.
He'll
They'll be
find
the
a way.
4th team. They'll go up against Secret, who'll probably go through in 1, and then they'll beat Secret in the best of 3, and we'll all be sitting there going, "What the living fuck?" So Ninjas in Pyjamas are
Radiant
now going to go
team
for the
pick.
Ursa Warrior. Easy regeneration, quick Roshan movements, and that's that active, roaming, aggressive hero I was looking for out of NIP. They'll create space for the Invoker and synergize beautifully with everyone else. And a Batrider, so Prodota get their initiation as well. So, laning-wise,
Is that going to be Bat mid, Jug safe, Slaughter off lane, and they have the Venge Rubik supports then? Or is it going to be the... We've seen Batrider support recently a fair amount.
could you run a
But in
Batrider
this
and
game?
Slaughter duel off?
They could also do that.
You're
That's
up
an
you're up
opportunity.
against Nursa Warrior, so...
I mean, you're against an Ursa Wyvern Ogre. Like, Ogre is very good at playing aggressively into weak lanes, but as a defensive tri-lane hero, he's, not particularly good. Wyvern is, like, mega trash as a defensive tri-lane hero. Until you're, like, level 3 or 4, because you've only got Arctic Burn, and that does nothing, because it's massive cooldown. NIP have to focus on mid-game more than laning stage, I feel, here. Like, Ursa counters. Juggernaut is very good against the Jug, just jump in and Fury Swipe him down. Winter Wyvern has that saving power against the Bat Rider. Like, picking Bat into Wyvern is kind of nasty just because of the Winter's Curse to cancel you out. This is going to be an interesting game, judging by the drafts, I think.
I'm excited! Yeah.
A one-roll Slardar.
Is that actually what we're looking at?
No, they've swapped. It's one-roll Venge. I was right the first fucking time. They tricked me there. They put Garter on Slardar and I was like, huh?
What do they do with their animation? For some reason,
She's constipated.
That she doesn't skip by day. I was actually just thinking, you're at this beam of light that's just coming out of her blade, which doesn't really fit like it should come out of her blade.
I never realized how ugly her feet are.
Well, she's got talons, man.
Yeah. I never considered this.
You never considered her feet?
I've never looked at Vengeful Spirit's feet, I'm not that kind of guy.
It's just a proper talon, man.
I don't go around town zooming on women's feet.
Except there's an odd triangle.
Like Toby does.
There's an odd triangle on the... What is this? I found the Bermuda Triangle, boys!
Heels.
They're not... Are they
she
heels?
She has heels, dude. Her talons have heels.
It doesn't look like a heel.
Look, it bloody does,
It's
Toby.
a flat heel.
No, there's heels.
Wait,
this is getting very close to upskirting.
Yeah. If you see what he's doing, watch her while she walks. The talon's meant to have a piece that comes out the back of it, which is another talon, so you don't actually have a flat foot with a talon.
She has heels, dude.
Now a man who doesn't have heels.
The ogre? Oh, the Slardar.
Yeah. He was inspired by dogs dragging their balls across carpet.
Was he now?
He was.
Is that the first thing you think of? And not a fish on land?
Well, a fish on land is stupid, man. If it was really if it was that easy, then Ariel would never have had to make the deal with Ursula.
Ariel. Wow. You Euro. What are those little mud... Are they called mud skippers? I think they're called mud skippers. The little fish that like live in mud but can also walk on land. That's what Slardar is.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Alright, contest for top rune.
Yeah, they're called mud skippers, dude. They're adorable little things. Look.
Okay. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Makes me think of Jab with the Heart. So, 3 bounty runes go the way of PD as Ninjas in Pyjamas. Era and Honey don't try and contest the top. So it will be Cheshire Cat in the off lane as the Bat Rider. Come on me with a roaming Slardar. That puts the Juggernaut into the mid with the early PMS. Garda will be the bottom lane and critical farmer down there. And then Insomnia will be the farming it up against Trixie. Trixie with the PMS makes life very difficult to harass him out of the lane. And Cinderin, it's going to be the roaming of the slightly bulky, overboned supports just harassing each other right now.
They both have boots first as well.
Wait, with the Cloud? They have enough? They don't have enough damage. Not underneath the tower.
Let's force the salve out. But yeah, both Slardar and Ogre have boots. But of course, Slardar's going to be the favorable one there, just being able to run in with a crush.
Is Trixie actually... I think Trixie is doing more damage to PD by not attacking them. With a PMS as well as having return.
What, Insane? He's just chipping away at his own HP?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, Trixie's running low on regeneration.
But he's cancelling the pulls, like... Oh, maybe not this time.
Yeah, they did this last time. With the stun, with the throwback, Trixie maybe overstaying his welcome or underestimating the amount of damage. It's not enough. One more attack would have done it.
Mid lane?
And he already had to trigger off the shrine. You're looking at Come With Me. There's not a lot of kill potential here unless the Juggernaut's in position.
I just see 2 heroes from enemy teams running towards the mid lane. Like, something's going to happen, right? But it's just a one-on-one and another one-on-one. It's Ogre against Slardar and then Jugger against the Invoker. Which Invoker, you know, 9 and 2, gets the Forge Spirit out, has that little innate advantage as well. But with the Quelling Blade over on Mika, he should be able to last it.
Trixie finally hit the dream. Almost 2 creep waves underneath his own tier 1 tower.
Lovely.
A soldier's fortune.
And Era is really trying to get up in his face. Hartley's doing everything he can to deny and pull this wave back. And I'm just going to say too, this skin is really deep. Like,
Oh, they want to go on Cheshire Cat. They're coming from the side.
He's got Firefly available. So first, slow. Harney's a little bit too far away, so it's more of just Cinder and posturing. Meanwhile, Haste Rune Trixie. I think he was looking to go towards the middle lane and just force some kind of reaction out, but he's okay with this. Going up against the Slider, Fourth Stomp available, Sunstrike's coming in as well, and it will be Qualifier. Trixie, understanding too, he had to double edge before this. It's all about getting Qualifier more money to get him towards that hand miner sooner.
That is a serious all chat question mark moment though. Come With Me decides to trade and then run and then trade and then run. I don't know if he was getting a call from his teammates saying we can come to Shrine, but in the end there's no TPs, there's no rotations across, and there's no one to save him. In the end you've just got to make up your mind and either try and die to Ancients, try and fight 1v1, or just run away. You can't be indecisive like that and give away a kill, like you said, rightfully to the Invoker, which pumps him up full of cash.
That's a little bit greedy, Trixie. Doesn't want to just sit there and regenerate. He's trying to save as much time as he can by tricking the shrines in base and gets his items delivered to him. So boots as well as a Quelling Blade is his choice. He's still going to Tranquils, makes sense. But earlier on, it looks like he's just going to keep abandoning the bottom lane and not give the extra opportunity.
It's so much more efficient going to Shrines instead of Fountain, honestly.
Well, top lane, Cinderin looking for, does he actually have, yeah, he's got the 5 Blast Stun available, so Hani has to keep the slow going too, and with the Force Swipe Era, where's just going to blast the Stun Strike, it was going to be right in the mark. The damage, however, was already done by Hani, so Cheshire Cat will fall, and Cinderin sacrifices himself for the cause.
In the meantime, though, you know, we were having this chat on the journey over here about kind of timings of heroes, and with Vengeful Spirit, as soon as she gets like Aquila Helm of the Dominator, this is just going to turn into this massive 5-man from PD, which then, you know, lets Batrider and or Slardar go and get their own farm in the jungle for their Blink Daggers.
At the same time, I don't know if that's going to be as bad though. Like, okay, so you're talking about the 5-man kind of timing. You're still running a Winter Wyvern who's finding levels. You're getting a Centaur who's also getting not only levels but the ability to tank. So you've got Stampede for disengage or engage, and the ability to survive the initial burst.
But NIP aren't...
It's fine, go on.
And is he going to get gone on? Cold Snap's there.
With the stun and the Sunstrike, yeah, he's gone. The Force Spirit hit uphill, no missed chances helping him out that time around.
But yeah, NIP are great on the front foot, being able to Stampede in, find kills with Sunstrike, but on the back foot they're not strong outside of Winter's Curse, right?
Wait, did you...
Come With Me just gets to walk past, yeah.
Hi!
Hi, honey.
Era's Phase Booster on cooldown, or else I think he would have gone directly in for that, but it at least burns the Arctic burn of Hani.
But yeah, the aggressive potential for PD massively outweighs the defensive power of NIP, especially when you add in swap from Garter. Like, if he swaps back the Invoker, or if he swaps back the Winter Wyvern and gets that kill before he can Winter's Curse, that is a huge teamfight win for them. Now, Nip looks like they want to try and kill Garter before.
It's bait. Hani looks so juicy. And what he wants to do is actually walk down, but it's too late. The Observer Ward's going to scout out Cinderin. So he's going to get his Tranquil Boots from the courier. Okay, Hani should definitely have paid attention to the fact that Come With Me just put a ward on top of him. Yeah, and he instantly buys a Sentry Ward to counter it. Era.
10 stick charges.
Yeah, it's optimistic from Cheshire Cat to try and do that, but at least it's going to push the wave out with the... Actually, no, it's not.
That's a 3-1-1 build on that, actually.
It is. Sticky Napalm
Firefly's going to end, and Era's coming in.
Yep. He's got Clap available, the Phase Boot's already triggered, Cheshire Cat's running down. Is there another slow? Hani, he doesn't actually have Arctic Burn available. It's on cooldown for the moment, so Cheshire Cat will be able to outrun this. But thanks to the Observer Ward down the bottom lane, it's Insania. Trixie, under the cover of Invis Rune, jumps in, Sunstrike. They even leave him, knowing the Sunstrike will find the kill. Trying to escape before Colby can arrive. Centaur triggers off the Stampede. The Magic Missile Zombie there too. Cinderin tries to create a little bit more space. Can't body block up Garda, but he just stops takes the farm up a little bit more. They'll swap him back over, and Trixie will go down. Sunstrike's back off cooldown in 3 seconds time, so
honestly,
don't know if he wants to have a crack.
That wasn't too far off. Trixie getting another kill there. If he'd been able to stand his ground for another like second and a half, a couple more chip damage hits on to come with me, then another double edge, could have been huge for them. Again, and NIP, they are so reliant on getting a blink on Era and having Qualifier just freely farm away. He got his hand of Midas like a minute and a half ago. He's already got his first usage out of it, even before that kill down in the raid jungle.
Done over on the Rubik. Here comes the Sunstrike. It's a little bit off target this time. Splinter Blast will not fly out towards the Rubik. With the Phase Bolt, he tries to reduce the damage. But 3 points up and double edge from Trixie is enough to finish the job.
I really like this.
And Quover's in trouble too. So spin forward, get the crush off. Invoker needs a little bit more life. Can he actually go in mid, create some space? No, he can't. He knew he was running out of time, attempted the Tornado, but Juggernaut was still immune at the time.
As soon as he gets dusted, he's like, right, I can't Ghost Walk, go for the Tornado. Try and get at least a bit of distance between me and the opponents. But I really like what NIP are doing on the bottom lane, more importantly, is playing aggressively into the lane from which aggression will come from. So you're delaying Prodota's aggressive tendencies with his Vengeful Spirit, whose timing we mentioned, by just running at her with 3 heroes, making sure she can't safely farm. You may be getting a pick-off hero there with the aid of Sunstrike globally, but you're also making sure that this game is slowed down little by little. And you're looking at, like, Slaughter and Batrider are nowhere near blinks either, right?
Trixie is, he knows that someone's gonna be around here helping out Garda. Synderen will move over as the Observe Ward that allowed Commonly to juke that around. Now they jump forward with the Stampede. Era close the distance. Garda swaps back up again. He'll dodge the clap, but he won't dodge all the other damage coming his way. Trixie again using double edge to ensure the kill.
And a tower deny. This has almost entirely shut down Prodota's plan. Vengeful Spirit has farmed well the first 6 minutes or so, but has just been run at for the last 3. Cheshire Cat will be a little bit happy with the fact that he's got a free lane now to farm up, but you're nowhere near that blink. If you were sitting on like 1700 gold, you think, right, this is sick, this is a great trade-off. I've managed to trade off losing the tier 1 bot lane and my Venge a couple of times, but we have this initiation tool, we have the Batrider Blink Lasso, but they just don't have anything. They've got CS, but no items.
Nipper not certain exactly where PD are. They smoked up. Trixie had this bit of a wander around looking for something. Now he's turning it into a creep skip. We'll allow Era to attack the T1 tower on bottom, but there's going to be a lot of pings coming up towards top lane, including the TP Sunstrike. Cheshire Cat again, he's far enough away that Sunstrike won't connect with the Magic Missile Stun. Synderen dying so quickly, the Cold Embrace giving enough regeneration to keep him alive just a little bit longer. Synderen still inevitable is inevitable. Both supports of NIP will drop. And PD want more. The Horse Stomp from Trixie will create a little bit of space. He's got 10 stick charges available too.
Yeah, Mika can't go for that, no way.
He has Omni Slash, so he's probably feeling confident about it if you had something like Amplification, but there's still a level 4 3/4 Slaughter.
Okay, here's a cool little trick. When you're playing against Batrider, don't stand in the fucking Firefly because it does a lot of damage. For all you guys out there who like playing Dota 2. Because that's what NIP did. They walked into the Firefly and thought, we can fight this, and Cheshire Cat just turns around and is like, sticky napalm. Sticky napalm. Sticky napalm.
Yeah.
Not the best place to be, especially when you put yourself under the Cold Embrace as well to stand in the fire and heal yourself while dying. Not a good experience.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest.
But PD do get a tier 1, and they've swapped this lane for Venge, so a little bit of free time up on top. But that Helm of the Dominator has been delayed by, a good 2.5, even 3 minutes or something. Usually you're looking at Tread's Aquila. I guess you got the Magic One thrown in as well, but usually like Tread's Aquila, Helm of the Dominator by every 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, but not for this VS. Having a sit behind her item build timing. Arnie's back up to farming up on the top lane, trying to finish up his Magic Wand. He's already got his level 6, so Cold Embrace, not Cold Embrace, the Curse is available, which can throw a huge spanner in the works of PD. And Era's enjoying his farm. He's got a casual Morbid Mask sitting on him. Not so casual these days considering the cost increase. But bottom lane.
He's got Blink now, right? No?
He's got the full Vlads. Okay. That's what he's got. It's a Roshana. That's all this is right now. It's the strength for the team fight. It's the strength to go in there and actually just man fight up Roshan.
They actually have no blinks coming Centaur went for that hood we saw. What's Invoker buying? He's got Staff of Wizardry.
Knowing Qualifier, he does like to get some extra maneuverability if he feels he's going to be pressured. Up against the Slaughter, Yules is where my brain goes.
That's the thing.
Quick and easy to spell.
Qualifier is still one of those players that likes to go 4-staff Yules or Necrobook on his Invokers, especially Exort early on.
Ooh, Necros.
But in this game, where he's gone the Wexort build with 2 in Quas, and then he's gone, you know, max Wex and max Exort to give you more damage on Meteor and Deafening Blast and Sunstrike, obviously. I feel like Yules would be a bad shout, but
they're going to try and fight this one. Charge forward enough. The stun's still going to be over on Syndrome. He's just so damn tanky. The curse is out. It's over on the Juggernaut, taking a lot of damage, but still not to find the kill. Another crush in a Juggernaut. He's Omni-Slash available, but Era turns on the Enrage. They all do almost no damage to him now, and you've still got the Juggernaut. He ran back in just to die. The Sunstrike. It'll connect on Rubik and Prodota. Too deep, too deep.
You've just got to cast your spells, I think. You can see the Juggernaut there. He doesn't want to cast his ultimate onto an Ogre, doesn't want to cast it onto an altered Ursa Warrior, and NIP did a great job kind of gathering and grouping into one position, but sometimes you just have to cast your spells.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This now just spells more money and more advantage coming the way of Ninjas in Pyjamas. So the tier 1 tower will fall. Trixie's eyeing off his own Blink Dagger. Cinderin's having dreams of items, and this is not allowed if you're Prodota.
Oh yeah, in Invoker, the kind of normal way to go is hand Midas into straight Ags, which is what a lot of pro players have been favouring recently.
He just got the money to do it.
Yeah, he does.
He's walking around with 3,000-ish gold.
I feel like he's indecisive also. Like, he's got Staff of Wizardry, and there are so many options that he could go for.
I think you're right, man. Like, the Aghanims makes sense for him, just because like he got so much money, he's able to do it quickly.
Yeah, maybe so.
Under attack.
Like we know the strength of Yules against Batrider, against Juggernaut, against Amp Dam or Corrosive Haze now are very good, but he will go for the Ags. He's like 250 gold away.
Yeah, he's got the 3Ks.
And we're still waiting for that.
1Ks.
Yeah, I understood what you meant. I think everyone understood.
The 3Ks.
The 3Ks. Just don't say that out
no,
loud. One by one.
I was leaving that.
Yeah, I know. We're still seeing this massively delayed helm though. 14 minutes for your Vengeful Spirit. At least you got Blink Laszlo though.
Yeah, they're going to try and drag
back
Centaur. He's got 12 one-charges available. The Omni-Slash through, but then Cold Embrace, 17 one-charges available. And the Curse to create space for the Cold Embrace. Trixie, one charges and away. He's actually got the life. He will live through all of this.
What?
You don't get that. The Batrider will be the one to die.
That's not how things are meant to go.
He's got 50,
Did
40.
Jugger didn't buy back or anything there, did he? No.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
No, no one bought back. It was just the Batrider dying. He got his shield off, so he had a lot of protection. The last little ticks,
and then
I think
Cold
they were coming
Embrace,
in. And then the Cold Embrace timing from Hani. The fact you're able to get so many, like every single hero that was attacking the Centaur. I said Spanner in the works, man. I think they just took the entire engine block out of the car. Like, you just missed it.
So when I was talking about the aggressive potential versus defensive potential of PD versus NIP.
Oh. Okay. He dodges the Crush of Come With Me. The rest of his team is trying to do Roshan. That's what they're trying to do. And Cheshire Cat's moving up here with no lasso, trying to go on a Qualifier. With the rest of Ninjas in Pyjamas, they saw this coming. They knew it was coming. They've already moved to try and counter it.
He already has Tornado invoked as well. There's like close to 0 chance of killing him. So you can just Tornado, Deafening Blast, Ice. I think Tornado Ice Wall is probably the best here actually. Like he just moves under the bat to Tornado across both of them and then Ice Walls them both as the rest of his team runs in. But yeah, the PD against NIP, aggression against defense. I did not expect PD to think initiating onto a Centaur with only 2 heroes was a good idea.
Yeah.
Like honestly, you have to go on like Invoker or Winter Wyvern. Maybe the Ursa if you can chain stun him before he gets his ulti off. But definitely Invoker or Wyvern.
The most tankiest hero in the game right now. That's yeah. But it was the target which presented itself.
Sometimes you have to wait for the good things.
Yeah. Yeah. This is going to spiral out of control very, very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Like Prodota right now.
I mean, that
like you can see the desperation. The fact they're even attempting this kill on Qualifier right now already tells you that we're desperate. Like, you go in the first time, you don't succeed. You send a golem in. I think it was actually the Dominated Golem. Yeah, it was the Dominated Golem of Garda. You sent that in to scout out Roshan, and you saw everyone bailing out from Roshan.
And you still go for the fight on top
And you're
lane.
still looking to force the fight while everyone is moving north. This is suicide. Slardar has no TP. Cheshire Cat has Blink Dagger on cooldown and no TP.
Do you know what is...
They're dead. They're actually dead, and they still probably won't be able to kill off Quoit because he's still got a tornado up his sleeve.
Do you know what is even more indicative of like indecision and hesitation and wanting this game to go your way?
What?
It's buying a BKB as your first big item on a Vengeful Spirit core.
It's actually a quick buy.
That's what's in the quick buy. Like, that reeks of desperation.
It's probably the only way that she can deal with the Invoker.
Or the Centaur.
But it's... At the same time, you're giving up all of that early damage, right? Because like the VS is meant to be that early impact hero. That's what makes the VS the VS.
Like, you're skipping Dragonlance, Hurricane Pike. Like, potentially if they win a couple of team fights, we'll swap his item out and think, right, I've got the Ogre Club, I can still go into my Hurricane Pike, maybe think about, you know, the Mantis Style, the Desolator, these items we've seen from Vengers in the past. And BKB is likely something he needs to go for, but queuing it up this early, you never want to buy your BKB before 20 minutes. You rarely want to buy your BKB before like 25, 30 minutes. You always want to be like the last person to buy a BKB, so it's 10 seconds duration.
Life, not easy. So, Rubik has gone from the game. I'm not exactly certain when he's coming back, because none of the players are actually talking right now.
Clandestine meetings with the admins.
And
I'm going to drink my apple juice. It's actually apple and Eve juice.
Apple and Eve?
I'm not sure what that means, but it has 100% vitamin C daily value per serving, so it must be good, right?
I think a snake created that. That's a really funny joke. That's a hilarious joke.
See, I thought maybe it was like apple mixed with orange juice, and like it's apple.
If it's apple and Eve,
but
apple and Eve,
it's just apple juice.
You'd have to give a rib to pay for that.
Jesus, I'm muting and disappearing. Bye.
Terrific. Now you're stuck with me. I have the control of everything.
Oh, no. Legally, I'm not allowed to do that. I can't leave Toby alone.
Yeah.
With the internet
for
extended periods of time.
What do we got? GG, we lost. Not today, Trixie. What else we got? The Swiftblade.
Hey, you never know. Don't count out PD just yet.
The Tower. A penny saved is a penny earned. Hani, really?
I mean, you know, Hani likes to read those like self-help books. Not self-help books, but the kind of.
Dude, he self-helps everyone. Yeah. So this is better from Cinderin. This is classic Cinderin.
Yeah.
Gibberish name, and a Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yule's Night Stalker.
Night Stalker. The classic. The
classic Sind.
Yeah, the classic Sind. Do we have anything interesting from the other side?
They're just Battle Cup winners, all of them. Yeah.
You know, maybe they should have gone through the Southeast Asia.
Did we have an NA, did we have an NA Champions Cup team? No, right?
No.
I heard
the NA Cup games are now less because no one came out of the Champions
Cup. There was -1 team.
There was question marks over too because we don't know. We have. I'm like looking at a list right now in front of us. So for SCA,
Prestige Worldwide.
Yeah, they were the Americans that came through the Battle Cup.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of the other groups actually got the Battle Cup teams, right?
Was 4 Protect 5 invited? Because PD and Bean came through opens. Was IKEA invited?
4 Protect 5 came through the qualifier.
Open qualifier?
Yeah.
Am I dumb?
I'm fairly certain they came through open qualifier. Check. Check.
Where do I check, Toby?
Liquid Dota.
They don't have shit. I checked
yes,
this.
They do. Every team that is participating in the
okay, maybe their website is bugged out.
You go to main qualifier.
Oh, open qualifier.
Main qualifier. Go to main. There you go.
Trolling Toby by pressing all
Good
the buttons
boy.
except the one he wants.
Good boy. And that tells you where they came from.
Where's Europe?
If it,
Oh, you're right. You're right.
EU
Three qualified teams.
yeah, EU Champions Qualifier.
Yeah, so I was
Yeah,
right.
you're right.
I was
So
right.
4 Protect 5 actually came in from the Battle Cup Champion Qualifier system of thingy. That's where they came from.
Cool.
Yeah. Now that we got that out of the way, I think I need to sneeze.
I felt like I needed to sneeze at the last game.
It's coming sometime soon, and the second
Yeah.
I sneeze, it'll pick up on your microphone perfectly.
Oh yeah, does anyone know who the Chinese Champions Cup team is? Because no one knows. Like,
Who came up on the list?
does Liquipedia have it? Oh, they do.
They
No, we
it's
know it's Team ZS, but we don't know who's like in it. Or
Okay,
who
so
they
it's just
are.
a to be determined. Well, okay, we're back again. Woper's on the run. Cold Snap, Come With Me is dead. And the Sunstrike is on the wrong target. Cheshire Cat's gone west, where the skies are blue. Go west, what
Now
are you
he's dead.
gonna do?
No?
Go west, blinking down the lane. Go south.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
What? Right, first of all, what musical is that from?
Let's Go West. It's like a 1980s song.
Okay, I have no idea.
It's not a
Toby.
musical.
Cool. Never heard that song in my life.
It's right. Can I get BTS channel muted for a second by playing Go? We'll play Go West at the conclusion of this game. If you're tuning in right now, we'll play it at the end of
Spam
this
one
game.
in chat if you do not want Go West, Gone West.
Spam 2 if you think Garrett there's a no fun Nelly.
Spam 3 if you think Toby's choice in music is atrocious and should be burned.
Excuse me, I am eclectic.
Oh, what was that?
Bitch.
There was a TV show. Was it Room 111 or something? Room 101?
Dire's middle tower
Where they
is
get
under
like celebrities on this TV show and they take all the like stuff that they've done and they choose whether it was worthy or not to go into this like trophy room. You don't know. Never mind. It was an English show.
It's UK show, so obviously
UK
it's
show.
shite. Putting it very, very simply, it's shite. Oh look, I can control the camera on the screen on the main stream. They're watching our game. Okay, I think I need a coffee.
Or some like amphetamines or something. I don't know. I don't know if you need to calm down or speed up. That's the trouble with you. It's hard.
Radiant's
you know-
bottom tower has
Yep.
fallen.
Cool. Nice stolen stampede, I guess.
Like,
Oh, it was just about to. It was just about to expire.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's like I'm looking at Kai, and I'm like, I'm at Trixie. I'm not seeing anything being
Yeah.
triggered right now.
Well, I had Koikva selected. I'm like, he's not running fast.
no.
Why is he not? Oh, it's a stolen. Why is he? Oh, okay.
Gotta go fast.
Everything just made sense once you realized
Gotta
what
go
was actually
fast.
happening.
Gotta go fast.
I really like this, by the way. Hani with the Ether Lens pickup, increase the range or the cast range on that Winter's Curse. Because he is like the big hero in the backline, so just throw that spell out. Stop Batrider initiation, stop Come With Me from slithering in. And also help against this swap initiation from Garter, which can be pretty damn annoying.
I don't know if you're gonna be too happy at the fact that Prodota just was able to slip it very, very uncontestedly, take Roshan. And now Blink Lasso, Cinderin. Well, we all like to put Cinderin on top of a pedestal. And now Hani, like, you gonna give him some life? Hani, you gonna get?
Oh, Cinderin, you poor sod, stuck up on the cliff, and not even Hani,
watched.
not even
He
Hani wants to
watched
save
him
him.
burn.
Oh my goodness.
He just watched him burn.
Just cold embrace me, dude. But the fire, it's melted ice. Hani's very literal, by the way.
You're as cold as ice. Willing to sacrifice my sin. You couldn't pay the price.
You are in a singing mood.
I really.
Unfortunately, I don't sing, else I would
Radiant's
join
top
you.
tower is under attack.
That was a hilarious
Radiant
dance song.
structures are fortified.
Man, I need to be very drunk to even consider singing or doing karaoke.
It's always better with
I got
when are we gonna have alcoholic fun?
yeah.
Radiant's top top tower has fallen.
Today's cast is now
I mean-
brought to you by 4X Beer.
I'm just
Jump in, Qualifier gonna be
Hello.
lasso, Trixie, Blink, Corpse Stomp, creates the space with the double edge, damage spills over towards Sparta, now Invoker, jumping away, can he actually get the space with the extra quick little like tornado? He'll create a little bit of space, but that's just a little bit too late. Now the cold embrace for the Omni Slash executes Trixie. And Hani is on the run. Come with me in 1 second. Blink Crush.
Stun.
And then it is Sly,
Nice.
Dice, and the Pyjamas have holes in them.
Look at them go. Garter with a nice little swap there. Gets one out of position, but puts himself next to the Invoker so he can finish off Qualifier. But I don't know. NIP just caught with their pants down. They've got like 3 heroes forward, no heroes back. The Winter Wyvern wasn't ready with the ultimate. It's on cooldown. And Centaur didn't have that reinitiation.
I'm still not liking Invoker really being involved in these fights before he's got a proper maneuverability item. So,
Well, definitely not standing up in the front lines.
yeah, like, you also have to blink dagger. These things need to arrive. There's a reason why, like, when you watch players like Dendi play this hero, he's always got, like, one of those items at least.
Well, he was the guy that pioneered the Force Blink Yules build.
Yeah.
On every hero.
But that's also because his timing was just so impeccable that no one could really outposition him. And that was always the issue with the Invoker back then. It's like, oh, I'm just too stale in a lane. And then he's like, nope, items solve your life. But this is okay, another Blink, Lasso, Trixie, Corpse Stomp defensive. He does have Stampede of Bumble, considering can be cold embrace up a little bit earlier this time around. Tornado misses his target, and Garda, well, he's down, but it's only the Aegis Simon triggered, and your revenge is going to be the death of Cinderin with the extra crush. No, come with me, it's not enough. The cold embrace overall, actually, sorry, they hold Garda in place with the curse, with the Foot Blast as well. They have just enough damage to finish the job. Honey, almost like you want to take him out of the fight at that point. With the extra mana style, he can break free of both the slow from the curse. I'm getting all my abilities wrong.
Sunstrike misses.
Slow from the Arctic burn, as well as the extra slow coming out from the curse.
But look
But
how
then he escaped.
look at how drastically the dynamic shifts from the fight we saw on top lane, where Qualifier, Trixie, and Cinderin are standing like in a creep wave as a 3-man group, and they get slaughtered by PD. Then you look at this team fight, where Trixie is allowed to jump in a team, jump in, stomp, double edge, walk out, heal up, sunstrike down, and then just get this nice fluid movement of spells through their cooldowns. And of course the Winter's Curse was kind of cherry on top, you know, after the Aegis expires, they've got Meatball and Deafening Blast, but forcing the Juggernaut, who's looking for those weak stragglers in the backlines, to turn and move into this 4-man group and fight his own vengeful spirit, really was painful.
Forge spirits! Everyone gets a spirit. You get a spirit, and you get a spirit, and you get a lasso. No, you don't! You get hit by the tornado with a Blink 3-man crush out from Come With Me, but they try and turn and fight. Era letting the pause go free. The Centaur will be lost. It was a full Omni Slash he had to cop to create the buffer between PD and ninjas. But Era is not done.
Oh, man.
Jump back in again. He wants it. And now the Vengeful Spirit. There's too many there. The Sunstrike, the Meteorite. It all drops down. Hero once more. He probably won't find it. The Rubik is on the run. Okay, he'll find it. A pick up, a throw away. Wait for the blink. Not even going to wait for it. Back towards the mid and attack the tier 2. Look for the tier 3 tower and punish Prodota.
You can't do that. You really cannot do that. You see a juicy creep wave after a fight has just taken place in your mid lane. You think, right, we can clear the creep wave and maybe push. But NIP are just waiting in the wings, and now they're going to, okay, go straight for the jugular. Kill off another one and look for this tier 3.
Delaying crush.
But grouping up in a creep wave again is, like, no matter what team you are, it's bad. You can't have like 3 heroes sat next to each other, even against, especially against the Winter's Curse.
Oh, come with me. Blink crush in. He's still got the amplification over on the Invoker. Hani wasn't willing to actually heal up quite for the time. They needed his damage. But you force buybacks out, and the Juggernaut wants a piece of it. He went out to the shrine, so they used the runaway, the Blink Lasso, force it back, but the Batrider may just die for the cause. A 5-man crush, but with no follow-up, it doesn't matter.
Literal ravage, but no damage.
That's like watching a huge black hole grab 5 heroes. And then just one, like, SK sitting on the side going, I'm still channeling my epicenter, can you wait? I'm not ready to go. Your black hole is fucking raw! Put it back in the oven. Cook it some more.
That as tribute.
And wicked.
Toby ordered a medium well done steak earlier today.
Insane. a random bit of trivia right here. let me find an overlay system for Randy and Toby Trivers. Oh yeah, so what did yeah, he dropped 2 deuce and drank 1 beverage. Great.
I'm not taking notes on that shit.
Literally.
Literally, yeah.
And that word does apply. Shout out to Luby, who's also here at the hub.
Dear Lord.
Never forget who creates memes.
Ira's done a really good job catching back up. His laning stage didn't go particularly well, but by just battling through it, he is 6-0-9 somehow, Toby. He has yet to die and is the only... Yeah, he's the only hero to not die this game so far.
I think he's finding openings, and it's so much easier too when Hani becomes the focal point of any initiation that PD throws out. It gives Ira the space to do whatever the hell he wants, and Syndra's gonna be doing, like, he'll be buffing him. He'll be buffing him all the time, sitting on the back lines, and if life does get hard, Hani can watch him burn. I mean, save him.
And you do not want to swap a big angry bear into the middle of your team, so next...
Especially now he's got Negative Scepter, yeah. Yeah, that's the opposite of what you want in the middle of your fight.
It's going to be Ags, soon to be Abyssal, and very soon to be Abyssal Aegis. So there are... well, no, actually, there aren't 2 targets anymore that you can just go and swap, because Qualifier has the Lincoln Sphere. You have to go Winter Wyvern, which means you have to find the Winter Wyvern. And Harney's now building into Glimmer Cape on top of the Aetherland, so not only will he have extended range, but also a way to dip out of team fights and look to reinitiate.
Fight time. When Roshan's up. 1 minute and 10 seconds. Roughly.
Illusion.
Wait, is he actually...
Sweet.
Wait, is Trixie bypassing his act? Or has he just got the wrong thing in quick buy? Ah, no. He already has it. It was on the courier.
Yeah, he's buying pipe next.
My bad. I'm like, why is quick buy completely different?
I was
when
like,
he wants to build an ag.
I was looking at him thinking he had so much more money than this.
Yeah,
Where's all this money? Where's all this money gone?
Ditto.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's so sad when you see a
Radiant's top
Venge
tower has
Core
fallen.
kind of 5-man strat get stymied so early on by a team that just runs at you. I'm wondering even how PD go about this. Defending towers is not easy, and Cheshire Cat nearly gets caught.
Lucky. Come with me. Aggressively blinking
Radiant's
into
top
the
tower
small
is
little
under
tree
attack.
cutter.
This is where things go badly.
Well, only if they keep running.
Dire have full vision over them.
Yeah. But it's fine. You get an observe ward around Roshan too, so you get a little to work with. The downside is the fact that Roshan's spawning up just as your Firefly is wearing off. So keeping that vision in, the Wave of Terror is going to reveal Roshan. And they actually kind of have to go for this. And there's no choice. Ninjas in Pyjamas will be there to contest. With an Aghanim Scepter Centaur, this is a very dangerous prospect.
And Koikova can just like Sunstrike and TP in. He's got his BOTs, so he just has to like clear wave of bottom lane. They're keeping now actually. They want to go fight.
They see Cinderin, but do you really want him? Koipa's the target you want, but then the jump in Cinderin. Well, at least he was a scout, but now you've also got the Winter Wyvern. Without that curse, they may have enough. Carney has to cold embrace himself up and then let the curse go, but the Omni Slash, he can't tank enough of it. And this is Ninjas in Pyjamas making a disastrous team fight. Trixie's still alive, so is Koipa, but another Blink Crush from Come With Me creates more space, triggering a Blinker Spear and isolating Trixie with no armor thanks to the Forge Spirits have actually got enough. Run away, swap him back up again. Koipa will just do this solo. Nope. His Somni is going to pick him up, throw him back into the crush, amplify him up once more. They'll trigger the Lincoln Sphere, deafening blast the solo by the Rubik, pushing back through Koipa. The Vengeful Spirit will find the kill, and his buyback now. Koipa kind of has to. Roshan will be lost. And then again, can they even contest it? There's still 5 heroes here for PD.
Just like a travesty of arrows by both teams, honestly. Winter Wyvern, we're talking about how this hero really needs to sit at the back and look for that perfect Winter's Curse, but walks into the arms of the Batrider who just blink lassos on. Syndrain was just like on a scouting mission, right? He just walked into the pit and got done by a couple of stuns, but Radiant team getting chased around the pit. Vengeful Spirit.
Isn't there something that's less valuable than Syndrain, like a courier?
No, courier is more valuable.
Yeah, you're right.
I know. They just need to buy...
Why Syndrain?
Syndrain should have bought a Helm of the Dominator instead of his full staff, I think.
But I think the whole idea of the Force Staff is so he can get the target out of. Actually, no. Even though that's no. Ignore the logic.
Maybe Force Staff the Wyvern in so you can get a big curse.
Potentially, or push Era in. Like in case someone like blinks him away or something like that, they keep Era on the front.
Or if someone gets swapped in, you Force Staff to go and help them or something. Like there's lots of things you can do with a Force Staff.
Smoke time for Winter Wyvern. He's got it available.
Dire's top tower
Qualifier is
is
going to be
under
pushing out
attack.
the mid, but got to remember too that Aegis Immortal is in the hands of the Vengeful Spirit. So they've dealt with this before. They've killed off the Vengeful Spirit and then still won the fight. But it was kind of like the Vengeful Spirit was left alone, isolated without the ability to do damage. So
and remember
she was disabled most of the time.
This is a Vengeful Spirit who's gone first line in BKB, has just bought back as well. So even if PD do get the Aegis and Roshan out of this, the slope is so slippery. You know, one misstep and this entire game goes down the drain for them. Invoker as well as Ursa Warrior.
Right now, this is bucket experience. Just put it out and see what you can catch. Full Abyssal Blade, yep. Okay. Both teams will smoke. Prodota,
middle tower is under attack.
they will head up towards, at least maybe even down towards the Ninja Pyjamas secret shop. And just Nip realize what's going on. The Observe Ward's up, so Prodota had the better vision. Era, Smoke will break. Cheshire Cat, if you want to go on this one, the blink forward, it's going to be tricky. Both crushes. Negligible effectiveness at the moment as Ursa picked up and thrown away. Garda was looking for his extra stuns, but now they found the target. It's Synderen on the side. They'll spin it up. The Lasso can they control Era with the Abyssal Blade to hold there. Everyone brought in, and then the curse will be dropped, but they're all not close enough. So Juggernaut just has to wait, and now let's the Omni/Go. Era just the enough life. Trixie so low on life. Cheshire, he'll get the kill from the Batrider. Facing physical attack. Garda wants to keep fighting this one, but he just doesn't have the life to do so. But he has the Aegis Immortal, so he's got the second life. Era back underneath his own tier 2 tower. Quick Tornado, keep the VS controlled. She doesn't have BKB. Era trying to fight Cheshire Cat, but Era will burn out and then be killed off. It is going to be the Fade Bolt killing the unstoppable streak. Does Qualifier have enough? Cheshire Cat doesn't miss uphill. The Gematru side is lost up there too, throwing in the Sunstrike, maybe just in case somebody was thinking about coming up to pick it, and they are. It's the Juggernaut. He'll come back in for it. Still has a path to freedom out of there. And then we'll beat the tier 2 tower up a little bit. He's got more help as Garda's still on the front lines.
Era popping the smoke there and like, Insania?
Yeah, he's going in for it, but I don't know if he really wants any of that. He's still holding onto Stampede.
Cool.
He doesn't want to just let this go. Sunstrike, it connects. Qualifier got the Cold Snap off. Blink Dagger's back off cooldown as well. With help from Synderen, they'll get the kill.
Yeah, with help of Synderen, who stands and supervises.
Hey,
sits and watches.
Hey, how do you think potholes get filled on the road? You got one person digging it up, another person to fill it, and Synderen watching.
Yeah, the classic supervisor role.
You know, we love giving Synderen a little bit.
He's a lovely lad.
we support you, Synderen.
I don't often like to harp on about like singular things that keep going wrong, but Winter's Curse onto a target when the only other target nearby is BKB'd is not good. Like Winter's Curse in this game isn't just like a Naga song, right? It's not just a fight reset to regroup. It can be used like that, but in this game, you need your Winter's Curse to be doing damage, and you need to be focusing Juggernaut or Venge during that curse to try and bring them down. But the past, what, 2 or 3 times, Hani has either died before being able to get it off, or he's thrown it onto a hero that wasn't ever going to get hit by anyone.
Yeah.
But the way PD are playing around it has been pretty nice. You know, they are splitting the fight into like 3 different portions, so they're never going to get hit by a 5-man.
It's very difficult for him to get the target, and like you throw it down, maybe the VS is going for it. Like you just you focus. Like I just gonna maybe just take one hero out of the mix. I let Era do his work. And Ninjas in Pyjamas, they are still in control of this game, even though the swing has kicked back up quite sharply in experience. They are still in control of this game.
By the metrics, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if we had like a heat, I honestly think that Dota needs like a heat map built into the game to see where like action is taking place at certain times.
Well, most of that's been on the Dire side.
Well, for the past 5 or 6 minutes.
Oh, the jump in, the jump in! Come with me, he's gone.
The
Rubik couldn't get there in time to help him out. There was no way to push back Era. And he committed very heavily.
Like, the past 5 or 6 minutes, PD have been specifically choosing fights to try and get side lane tier 2s, but also positioning themselves as far away from shrines as possible. So they've kind of been in these awkward boxes where they can switch from lane to lane, but they're not going to get sort of mass TP'd on from the shrine. But it also means that if they don't shove out lanes preemptively, they can't then transition into objectives. So we're seeing these fights, you know, go one way or another, and then nothing happen afterwards because people have to go back and heal, got to go back and shove waves, got to try and keep things cleared out. And this then swings back into what Qualifier been doing. Every time he's up, he's running down a lane, throwing Forge Spirits, Alacrities, Meatballs, whatever he can, just to keep every single lane possible over this Radiant River, or over to the Radiant side of the river.
This is going to be finally the time to go out with the Shadow Blade and Firefly. Cheshire Cat, the Observable, gives him the vision, and he finds Trixie. They're going on the big tanky one, but there's a lot of support in the neighborhood. They try and put that Abyssal Blade, the Juggernaut to work with the Cold Embrace. You actually keep Trixie alive. That one's in perfect position. Cheshire Cat forced to run away. The physical damage of Koi with the Alacrity buff up was just so heavy that he set it up for Synderen to find the kill. Now they can turn it around into Mickle, push it back with Nesting Blast. A quick swap out, Carter puts himself in harm's way. Now they may actually lose not just one, but 2 cores. Mickle is out far enough. Come With Me, however, is not. 3 heroes lost for Prodota, and Ninjas in Pyjamas had the biggest opportunity they've had in a while to go high ground.
I feel like we've seen this situation before, Toby.
Yeah!
I think they swapped a Centaur in like 20 minutes ago and then all died.
We had a wonderful little chat about how
Yeah.
much that didn't help them at the time.
Yeah, I don't think I'll go into too much depth
Yep.
over that topic again.
No, we're good to move on.
Points were covered.
Yeah, we can just keep our eyes on the here and now, where Ninjas in Pyjamas looking at the secondary tower. Tornado looking like it's almost a bit more of a fisher for the Rubik.
So awkward as well. Like, Venge would like to buy back to try and maybe defend the mid racks, but now
they're going to do it. But you've already got the 2-man hoof stomp from the Rubik. Wait for the slaughter. He's up in 5 seconds time, but in 5 seconds time he may have no team left. Cheshire Cat, he's burning out both the urn and the meteorite. He'll live barely thanks to the Shrine Trigger. So Wyvern is down, but now Synderen, I should say Era, is opening up. The double hoof stomp from Trixie, absolutely perfect. The lasso is dragging Era back, bringing him in range of the tier 4 towers. They may just have enough damage to bring down the Earth, so they will. The melee rack is still lost, however. No Abyssal Blade available. They need that stun to connect over on Trixie. Synderen getting bumped around. Mickle, okay, they have the stolen Tornado. That'll do it from the Rubik. They're still chasing down both of these kills, and they're gonna get both of them. Ninjas in Pyjamas, they'll lose 4, but the damage is done. The tier 3 tower on bottom lane also taken out. Quite sneaky beaky like doing it on the bottom. But a Rax and a half is the sacrifice, and PD, they need this man right here. They need Roshan. They need something that gets them back into this game or to force buybacks out from NIP.
Yeah, it's the lane and a half, and the tier 3 bot, and the fact that 2 buybacks were expended by PD. The Juggernaut and the Vengeful Spirit both had to buy back in that fight just to keep the range racks top alive, never mind the rest of their base. I think you're right, Toby. Roshan needs to go into the hands of PD if they stand an iota of a chance in this game.
And this will actually create a little bit more space, because PD now will have that window of opportunity around the Aegis where they have to decide, do we push, do we force a fight? Ninjas in Pyjamas will be happy to, because if they win a fight, with no buyback on the VS and the Juggernaut, you basically win.
But like, look where Qualifier is, look where their lanes are.
Yeah.
They take Roshan, and sure enough, it's like a sneaky one, so lanes...
He can wait it out. He can wait out the 6-7 minutes by just split pushing.
Yeah.
Which kind of like answers my question, right? Like Prodota have to attack, or else this will turn into a slow bleed.
The trouble is their tier 2's still standing. There's still Glyph for the Dire team. It's not an easy run down mid. Let's 5-man mid and take a lane of racks.
And everyone has buyback too. But you need something. You can't just let the Aegis time out, and NIP will let it happen.
Oh, you have to create action for sure. Like as PD, there's no way you sit back and farm. Because you're already a relatively, like, you set out to be a relatively early game lineup. Sure, you do have scaling potential, but the way that itemization and kind of net worth swings have spiked towards NIP on their cores, on the Ursa and the Invoker especially, means that you are behind in key areas. Like, the Vengeful Spirit has always been behind this game. Like, massively behind. She has half the net worth of the Invoker. Half.
Yeah.
No bueno.
That graph does look a little bit too stacked when I put it like that. Ninjas in Pyjamas, they're going to group up. Something tells me they don't really care if there's Vegas or not. A fresh 10-second BKB flying out to Era 2. So more immunity arriving for him. He already has more than enough by just having the Aghanim Scepter, but now he's just lacquering it on.
Gotta get tankier.
BKB will help with that. So, you burnt 2 minutes of Aegis timing, but Ninjas in Pyjamas are already looking to come through the bottom.
Gold and sweet.
I'll take that as tribute.
The Rubik at least has a nice little steal. Like, you managed to actually get an Aghanim Scepter up and running.
It just needs a spell that uses Aghanims now.
Yeah. Like, does it work with Deafening Blast? Still the Deafening Blast?
What do you...
Actually, no, because that comes from 25.
Talon.
Yeah. So that's a no. But Cheshire Cat, fire flying up. There is the Observer Ward down there, but they see him. Flame breaks and a quick blink away. Firefly's wearing off. They have to retreat. They have to go back inside the base. Meanwhile, Come With Me is trying to creep skip.
So this is where Trixie stands high ground and lets the tower hit him, right? Oh wait, there's no there's no tower. Never mind. Trixie just goes up and lets the barracks hit him then.
Yes, that's exactly what he does.
Oh yeah.
He actually looks like he's more of the, like, we stampede into a huge hoof stomp like that. But no, the BKB got off from Garda, but Era opening up over the Juggernaut. They do get the curse off. It's over on Garda, and the Vengeful Spirit dying quickly with a double-edged Garda. The Aegis Mortar will break, and what's really been lost, not a hell of a lot. The Tornado creates a little bit of space here. The Juggernaut towards the end with a Deafening Blast and Meteorite. It's too much damage. The Rubik's trying to help out with a Deafening Blast of his own, sitting up on the hillside into the Omni Slash. But his two heroes lost the Invoker. Finally, one of the Juggernaut Omni Slashes bounces back down on top of him. But Invoker can buy back and potentially end this right now with Trixie jumping the front line. Era opening up on the Juggernaut. They try and push him away with that 4-stuff. And then the the Rubik going back in again with a 3-man hoof stomp. There's your buyback. A 3-man crush from Come With Me. Mikkel, do you have enough damage? He wants to kill off Cinderin. Achievement he will not be able to claim in this game. Stolen Tornado. The Rubik has created so much space in this fight. It's made it look like PD actually stand a chance in this. But with 100 seconds without a Juggernaut, 53 without the VS, it looks hopeless.
Insania and Come With Me, they're smashing people.
Here they go again. Double hoof stomp. That's the game. You've lost 4. No buybacks available. This game belongs to NIP.
Now, we have to give praise to Honey there. That was like the perfect place, perfect target, perfect time for a Winter's Curse on that Vengeful Spirit. Juggernaut starts whacking into her, but then it allows for the Invoker to get that beautiful combo up. Tornado, Meatball, Deafening Blast over the top. And in that choke point, even if you have Come With Me, jumping in and getting, 4, 5-man crushes multiple times through that, minute and a half long team fight. Insania taking people out with like Fade Bolt, stealing up Forge Spirits and Tornadoes and Ice Walls and everything he can think of, even the Hoof Stomp in the end. Again, role-playing as Come With Me, getting those big old AoE stuns down. It was a draft that was almost delayed from the outset, right?
Yeah.
From the laning stage, from the way that NIP played, the first 20 minutes was NIP basically outmaneuvering them and making sure that they would stymie and halt this Vengeful Spirit Juggernaut draft from the get-go. But PD put up a pretty damn good fight.
They really did. But still, at the end of the day, it's not going to be enough. We're going to have ourselves a quick break as we have more games coming up. I think you're actually staying in the stream. I'm going to pop over to the panel.
I believe I'm on panel with you, actually.
Are we going to pop to the panel? So who's coming in to replace us? We have OD and Shiva.
Yes.
Who will be casting next, and they'll have Cloud9 up against the Bears. So that is what's coming up next. So stay tuned, and they will be up in just a bit.